Hello, this is Group 12, and we'll be talking about does nighttime gaming affect sleep quality? Every night, many teenagers go to bed with their phones and say, just one more game. Adults often warn, playing before bed will ruin your sleep. But is that really true? We decided to test this, not by guessing, but through real data. In our previous semester, we discovered that total smartphone use didn't have a strong link with sleep quality, but one myth remained. Does playing games before bed really reduce sleep? To find out, we asked three questions. Does gaming before bed shorten sleep duration? Does it lower sleep quality? Do longer hours actually mean better quality sleep? We first confirmed with external data set that sleep duration and sleep quality are strongly correlated. That's why we decided to focus on sleep duration as a continuous data-driven indicator of sleep health.
Then came the hardest part, calculating the total sleep time. The raw dataset didn't give us this value directly, so we had to create it ourselves. We did that by combining the bedtime variable and the wake up time variable, which were stored in separate files. There was one problem. Some participants went to bed before midnight and woke up after midnight. This created negative sleep duration, for example, minus 420 minutes. But that wasn't an error. It was simply a day rollover issue. So we fixed it by adding 24 hours only when the computed duration was negative. This preserves all the valid night data. We also handled outliers logically by trimming any unrealistic values below 3 hours or above 12 hours using a 95 percentile cap. Finally, we averaged sleep time by each user to smooth daily fluctuations. This gave us a robust continuous variable called total sleep time, measured in minutes. Through this pre-processing, we converted fragmented timestamps into one meaningful metric that could be used for regression analysis.
When we run a simple regression between pre-bed gaming and total sleep time, the line was nearly flat, beta equal minus 0.48 and p equal 0.6. So gaming before bed didn't really shorten sleep. Graph 3 is polynomial fit. We checked for a non-linear pattern, but even with a curve, the result wasn't significant. No clear U-shaped trend appeared. Graph 4 is high versus low gamers. Comparing high and low gamers, the difference was only plus 8 minutes, not significant. So again, no strong effect. Graph 5 is meditation test. We also tested whether gaming delays bedtime, which then reduces sleep. But all paths were non-significant, no direct or indirect link. When we added other app types and time windows, some trends appeared. Social media and daytime phone use clearly reduces sleep. Gaming had a small negative effect, while video use showed none. Post-bed phone was positively linked to sleep time, likely a logging bias. Overall, the model explained only 3 to 5% of the variance, suggesting phone use matters a bit, but not enough to ruin sleep.
In simple and polynomial models, all gaming p-values is bigger than 0.5. In the multivariate model, gaming shows a tiny negative coefficient, too small to matter practically. Our scored values are near zero overall. Conclusion, the idea that gaming before bed ruins sleep is not supported by the data. The real story is digital rhythm imbalance, irregular usage across the day, stress, cognitive overactivation, and circadian disruption shape sleep more than gaming time itself. Rather than banning games, manage when and how devices are used.
We followed a design-driven data process, forming our hypotheses through cleaning the dataset, building the models, visualizing the outcomes, and finally interpreting what the numbers meant. From this process, we learned two key lessons. First, evidence should challenge assumptions. Even when we find no significant effect, that itself is an finding. Second, statistical significance does not always mean practical importance. Numbers reveal patterns, but context is what gives those patterns room. As our next step, we plan to include additional variables such as stress level, caffeine intake, screen brightness to capture the hidden factors that might affect sleep. All of our clean data, visualizations, Colab code are documented and available in our project repository. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the myth collapses when the data finally speaks.